students, so that the presentation, all are MBA students, right?
Yes. Oh, yes. They are all MBA students.
Okay.
That's right.
Perfect. So the presentation today or the lecture today is about online marketing or digital marketing or electronic marketing, whatever you want to call it. We will discuss about different topics. How do we use online marketing in order to improve our sales, in order to improve our advertisement, and in order to reduce the cost for us. First of all, I would like to introduce about myself. My name is Dr. Habib. I am the managing director for many schools, not only ABMS. I have been today I'm in Dubai, as I'm having soon a TV interview in the Dubai TV. That's why I came today to Dubai. I had some or many interviews on CNBC, Sky News, different radios, different TVs. Some of them you can see here in front of you. My YouTube channel is new. I just made it a couple of days ago. I upload some of my videos if somebody is interested to see some of my TV interviews. And here is the video, the YouTube channel in front of you. Why this topic? This topic, I believe it's important for all managers, especially MBA students, to understand how can we improve our sales, how can we reduce the cost, and how can we get better revenue and profit for our company. As Victor Hugo he said that there is no army than an idea. The idea is stronger than any army, and that's why when the internet came, many people tried to not to accept this idea. As we know, the idea of internet is more than 100 years ago actually, but it's become active is just recently. The first website which was ever created is like 25 years ago. It's called cern.ch, is the address of the first website. It's a Swiss website where I'm from. The website has been created by CERN, which is an Institute of Technology in Geneva. In 1989, they started the idea, but they were done only after a couple of years. This is how looked the first website. It looks very simple. It is very simple, but in order to create such website that time, it took them a couple of years. Today, if we want to make a website, we go to many websites like Weebly, Wix, etc. And in 5 minutes, the student or the manager of the company is able to create his own or her own website. But before 25 years ago, the website took them around 2 years at least to create it. The first website outside Europe was, as usual, in the US in the 1991. In December 1991, the Americans in California, they created their own first website. So it's we just do a small introduction about the internet so that the students can understand what we are talking about. In order to know where the future going on, we have always to see the past. And as usual, whenever the Americans see any good idea, they take it over. So in 1993, the MIT, the Massachusetts Institute of Technology, they took over the internet. But that time, internet had already 10,000 servers or 10,000 domains and 10 million users. So this is just a small introduction about internet. How did it start? Some student or some people don't know when they start. This is very important for us to understand how did the internet start. The first website took them around 2 years to create it, from March 1989 until almost December 1990. So less than 2 years to create the first website ever. So this is just a general introduction, as I told you, to know what happened in order to see where is the future going on. Is there any question for this topic right now, or?
No, we can continue.
No, okay. So, Mr. Ford, the owner, or the all of you know the Ford cars. Henry Ford, he's the creator of the Ford cars. He said the man who stops advertising to save money is like the man who stops the clock to save time. And the same guy, he said, the same guy, half of my advertisement is waste. I just don't know which half. So in other words, you cannot stop advertisement, but at the same time, when you advertise, you don't know where you are advertising. That's why we will speak today about digital marketing, because digital marketing is a very effective and very unique idea which was created by people in order to save some money. We will watch just a small video before we go ahead.
On a bright and sunny morning, Johnny and Joey decide to start a business. They both had some great ideas and went on to implement them. Johnny decided to start a brick and mortar store to sell his products. He rented out a nice building in a prime location. He hired a couple of salespeople, printed brochures and flyers. He advertised in the local newspapers, and within a few weeks, Johnny started seeing sales and a lot of local customers. Johnny was excited, but he had very high overheads and very low profit margins, but he decided to wait a couple of years to see some growth. Joey, on the other hand, decided to start an online store to sell his products. Joey got a nice-looking website with a catchy name. He hired a good digital marketing company and outsourced all his online marketing to them. They came up with a strategy to create an online presence. They worked on creating unique and good quality content, implement SEO strategies, and also signed up for pay-per-click advertising. Within a few weeks, Joey started seeing sales and a lot of customers from all over the country. Joey was happy since he had very low overheads and very high profit margins. In a few years, Joey diversified and created more online stores for different products. A couple of years later, Johnny and Joey meet again. Joey tells Johnny about his marketing strategy, and Johnny realizes his mistakes. Traditional marketing can only get you so far. Think local, but act global. Digital and content marketing strategies help reduce your marketing overheads by 39%, thereby increasing your profit margins. Welcome.
Hello, I think we have problem with the sound, so we can't hear you now.
Yes, sorry. Okay, can you hear me now?
Yes, that's fine. Yes, that's fine now.
Okay. So as we have seen, there is still these two traditional ways, or the traditional way and the electronic way of doing marketing. We still need both of them. Nobody can say that traditional marketing is not any more effective. It's very effective. You still need newspaper, you still need TV, you still need all this kind of advertisement. But if your business doesn't do an online marketing, you will face more difficulties in the future. I will show you some more samples.
There once was a library, a beautiful, busy, award-winning library. Unfortunately, times were hard. The city of Troy, Michigan no longer had enough money for its library, so it scheduled a vote asking the townspeople to approve a small tax increase. This angered an anti-tax group known as the Tea Party. Well-organized and well-funded, they started posting Vote No signs, mailing flyers, and making noise. They dominated the conversation, changing the topic from library, books, and reading to taxes, taxes, taxes. With no money and an election less than a month away, the library needed help. They needed something attention-getting, audacious, maybe even vile. So we decided to form a group of our own and started planting signs around town that said, "Vote to close the library August 2nd, book burning party August 5th. The idea of book burning is bad enough, but gleefully making it a party, well, that angered people enough to send them to our Facebook page.
You people are sick. This is disgusting. Reject the wackos. Vote yes.
But we didn't stop there. We created videos.
Imagine this times 200,000. How cool is that?
Posted on Twitter.
Troy Library might be short on money, but it has books to burn.
Created items for sale.
A book bag. How ironic.
We placed newspaper ads, created check-ins, posted flyers, and lined up entertainment.
You guys are booking a band?
People became enraged.
Why would you burn books, idiots?
This is horrible.
Cheap imbeciles.
What the f is this world coming
We
to?
should burn your signs instead.
This is
idiots.
really
Jerks.
They posted their own links, shared with friends, debated the merits of libraries and the audacity of burning books. The conversation spread from Facebook to city council meetings, from newspapers to TV. It grew from local to national, even international news. Once it reached a fevered pitch, we revealed the true intent of our campaign. A vote against the library is like a vote to burn books. And people started posting, tweeting, and reporting all over again. In the end, we had changed the conversation completely, from taxes, 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 to library, library, library. And on August 2nd, the yes voters, voters who don't normally turn out to vote, turned out at levels 342% greater than projected. And the library won by a landslide. The town's library, its beautiful, award-winning library, had been saved. Not every story at the library has a happy ending. Fortunately, this one did.
So I just showed you a small marketing campaign online where the people didn't have money to go ahead with their library. The Troy Library is a true story, actually. This is a true story. And they had very limited budget in order to change the mind of the people. And as you have seen, the internet was very effective. In a couple of weeks, they were able to convince people from moving to vote yes for taxes, and they voted yes for the library. I will show you another active marketing campaign online for a small budget as well. Not small, this is a bigger budget, but as well very important sample.
Rom is for Romania. It's a genuine Romanian chocolate bar wrapped in the national flag since 1964. Its strong taste is well known for offering strong sensations.
Tovarășă, nu tolerăm așa ținută de milijon pentru tineretul comunist. Luați-o!
The problem was that for the young, Rom was starting to become meaningless. Even worse, the economic and political crisis brought Romania's morale to a new low.
În primul rând este vorba de reducerea fondului de salarii cu 25%.
Young people now think that everything about Romania is just wrong. They actually believe they can make something of themselves only by going to another country. Things were not good for a chocolate with the national flag on it. The solution was radical. Our only shot with the young was not to follow them blindly, but to challenge their national ego.
Next thing, we triggered a hot public debate by changing the well-known Rom overnight from this to this.
The new Rom came with its own launch campaign in English.
We Americans know what stars. We have stars on our flag. We reached the stars when we put a man on the moon. Now, Rom's a star too. How? We replaced the Romanian flag with the American one, so Romanians can shine on too. Try the new Rom with the American flag with the taste of coolness.
Suntem români, n-avem nevoie să îmbrăcăm un produs românesc într-un steag american ca să fie bun.
Chiar frustrat pentru că e simbolul nostru național.
Chiar nu se pare corect față de țara noastră.
The outdoors surprised the Romanians with even more annoying punchlines. It looked like an American takeover. The ads directed everybody to the campaign's website and Facebook page to join the debate. People assaulted the internet by the thousands to defend the Romanian flag and values. More than 10 causes started simultaneously on Facebook. Dozens of blogs commented and YouTube films fought for the old Rom.
I live in Romania. I drive a Romanian car. And I eat the most traditional Romanian chocolate bar Rom. Then why the fuck am I speaking English?
Moreover, supporters even organized a flash mob. Our specially created team responded in real time to the comments and fed the debate. After one intense patriotic week, we brought back the old ROM.
Hello again! Rumor has it you're not a little happy with the American flag on ROM. It was a joke. I'm just funny. ROM stays ROM no matter what. Romanian flag and all.
The debate extended into primetime TV shows and public events. And as the final move, we launched the ROM anthem featuring real people. In the first 2 weeks only, the campaign reached 67% of Romanians and generated €300,000 worth of free publicity. In the first 6 days alone, ROM's website had thousands of comments. Facebook fans rose by 300% and supporters launched petitions. All brand image indicators have exploded. But most importantly, ROM ousted the leader to become Romanians' most popular chocolate bar, 79% increase. In the end, ROM outperformed the markets by 20% in the most relevant channels, while the American ROM sold out.
So I just give some small samples about how media or online media can bring for even companies who are going to be bankrupt a huge revenue. Somebody will come and say, okay, but this is possible for small businesses. What about big sample? Is there any big sample? I would say yes. Let's see some revolutions which created from without any investment, and a huge number of or millions of people started to follow the page of the creator.
The peaceful Egyptian revolution had a distinct goal, but no clear leader. Yet from the masses, a handful emerged, including Wael Ghonim. His tweets offered both a narrative and a nudge to protesters.
He's been sort of tweeting every day, almost every hour, and he's developed quite a mass of followers. He's become a figurehead of this revolt. I guess we can now call it a revolution.
It's generally acknowledged that Ghanim's Facebook page first sparked the protests. Titled "We Are All Khalid Said," it memorialized an Egyptian businessman who'd been beaten to death by police after threatening to expose corruption. The page called for protests on January 25th. That became known as the Day of Wrath, as thousands poured onto the streets. Ghanim's arrest by Egyptian authorities on January 28th and release 12 days later only added to his legend. When Ghanim is mentioned, usually his company is too.
Google executive Wael Ghonim created a Facebook page that...
He's the Middle East and North Africa marketing manager at Google. So far, Google has commented only briefly. We can't comment on his personal beliefs. He's on leave at the moment, and we look forward to having him back at Google.
It's a little bit tricky here, this relationship here, because, this is an employee of Google, yes, but he's acting on his own time.
Robert Solomon says companies in emerging markets like Egypt, where governments are big customers, need to be careful not to bite the hand that feeds them.
Is this connection likely a good thing or a bad thing for Google? Well, on the one hand, it could be a bad thing, to the extent that Ghanim's activities raise some questions or jeopardize some relationships that Google has in Egypt. However, it might be a good thing if people now view Google as a good place to work and a place that allows young people to have a voice.
A voice which ushered in a social revolution in Egypt, where the most powerful weapon was social networking. Seth Doan, CBS News, New York.
So as we have seen as well in second or third sample, where almost no marketing was invested into the campaign, and millions of people followed the idea. So social media, online advertisement, small marketing campaigns could make big changes. Companies which were almost going to be bankrupt, they were able to survive, and companies were on like the library, for example, they had no money in order to make advertisement. With very small effort on online, they were able to make everybody vote yes for them. So that's why online marketing is an easy, fast, and effective tool in order to use for any kind of business. It can be for chocolate, as we have seen. It can be for library, as we have seen, non-profit organization. It's in different words, or it can be even for revolutions in political matters. So it's not something which can be used only for one purpose. It can be for different purposes. I just try to find for you some different samples: chocolate, library, and politics, so that you can see there is no word or nobody can tell you this is not effective for my business. In other words, as we are always all using the internet free of charge, we have always to say, if you are not paying for it, you become the product. So that's what we're gonna speak about it today. Everybody is using internet free of charge. You don't pay except the traditional or the governmental or the company charges for the internet, but all the services you have, it's free. Google is free, Facebook is free, Bing is free, Yahoo is free, Twitter is free, LinkedIn is free. So all these platforms are giving you a free service. Is it because you deserve a free service, you are a good person, or is it because you are the product yourself? So in other words, I would say you are the product. And here we can see what is the market today for these companies. Google today, there is no real statistics. Nobody can tell you what is the exact statistics. But Google and YouTube are between 50 to 80% of the market today, because Google and YouTube is one company, so we put them in as one company. Bing, Yahoo, and MSN, they merge together in order to give better service and to be stronger in front of Google. And they are today around 15 to 20%. Facebook is around 15 to 25% of the online marketing activities. LinkedIn, Twitter, and the rest are 5% or even less. So some people always put the picture that Facebook and Google are fighting, or better to say, sharing the world. Maybe the picture is quite small. I should make it bigger next time. It's Google and Facebook sitting on chairs, and in front of them is the world as it on the table, and they are sharing who takes what exactly. So we start with the first big player, let's say the big fish. It's a Google AdWords. Today I'm speaking with the MBA students. If I will be speaking with the bachelor students, it will be different, because in 4 or 5 years when the bachelor students will graduate, I don't know where Google will be or Facebook will be. There is some statistics which says that Facebook in the next couple of years will disappear. I don't know these statistics, so nobody can guarantee you what will happen in the future. I'm telling you about today. As an MBA student, I believe you are going to graduate soon. The program is not so long, so I can say that what you are getting today is still valid when you graduate. In online, there is nobody can tell you what will be after 5 years, because everything is changing within a couple of years. But for the next 2 years, I believe this lecture will be useful for you. When you Google, whatever you write or search, the first 3 results, most of the people, they don't know it's a paid result. It's not organic result. As you can see, the organic result start only from here, from this area. This is organic. Which means, what means organic? It means your website which you created is too much relevant to the search or keyword which the person searched on Google. But all above is simply an advertisement. So it doesn't matter how good you are, your website, how good is your product. If you don't pay, you will not be on the top 3. You will be number 4, number 5, number 6. It depends on your luck. That's why Google is very clever. They are trying to put always the paid people in the beginning. I mean, they need to make money. 97% of the Google income comes from advertisement. So if they don't make advertisement, they cannot survive. As well, on the right side, when you search on the right side, you get sometimes as well options for the search. This is as well paid. So in other words, these two fields and this field are totally paid. So it doesn't matter how good your product is, how good is your service. If you don't pay for the service for Google to put you on the top list, you will not be seen. There is something called the eye track system, which means I will show you a later video how it works. If you see, when people search for whatever word, let's say they will search University of Dąbrowa Górnicza, the first 3 results people will click on. As you can see, the first 3 results people will click on. So if your university, for example, comes as organic, come number 4, the chances to be seen or to be clicked is very weak. 80 or 90% of people are clicking on one of these 3. Only these 3 are clickable by people, or up to 80 or 90%. As well, on the right side, the same case. The first 3 are clicked. Even the whole list here is paid, but usually only the first 3 on the right side as well, people click on it. So, in other words, 80 to 90% from your customer are gonna go to your competitor if you do not pay for Google to put you on the top list. So even if I'm searching your university, even if I'm searching your product, your company, your organization, I will go to your competitor. So do not say, oh, my customer knows me. No, your customer doesn't know you. Google will put your competitor first unless you pay for Google. And I will tell you later that Google, if you pay to Google, Google is very fair. They will put you first if it's really relevant to your product before your competitor. I will just show you another video how it works, this eye tracking, so you understand what I mean about the eye tracking.
Do you know what your users are looking at? Our specialist eye tracking services allow you to climb inside your users' heads and see your designs through their eyes. Are they noticing the critical elements? Is the design efficient? Are users concentrating on the content, or are they distracted? We can tell you this and more. So what does an eye tracking session look like? Here's a user interacting with a website. The blue dots show his eye fixations, while the connecting blue lines illustrate his eye movements. This information shows us where he looks, what he pays the most attention to, and most importantly, what he misses. Watching a user in real time is interesting, but the speed of movement makes it hard to keep track of what users see and what they miss. That's why we produce an individual session map at the end of each session to show the sum total of all their visual activity. Each numbered circle represents a point that the user's eye is fixated on. The larger the circle, the longer the fixation. A series of erratic eye movements suggest that a user was confused by a disorganized layout, while a series of controlled eye movements show that a user was reading. The density of these movements helps us to establish their level of concentration and comprehension. Once all users have been through the process, we turn the results into heat maps. Heat maps are perhaps the most revealing of all the outputs from an eye tracking study. While session maps tell you a lot about the behavior of an individual user, a heat map shows you the behavior of an entire group of people. Heat maps use a graded color scheme to show visual activity. Warmer colors reveal areas that most users looked at, while colder colors show areas that few users noticed. Black reveals areas that no one looked at. In this particular example, you can see that no one noticed the $4.99 DVD sale, despite its size and vibrant colors. This type of information is invaluable whether you're pulling together a new design or simply evaluating an existing one. Unlike conventional eye tracking solutions,
so this is an advertising for another company. I don't need to show you the advertising. So just the idea I wanted to show you what is an eye tracking, or how it works, so that how we say why the biggest number of people click on the first 3. It's a statistics which has been created. They check how people or users use Google, and that's what we can say. The first 3 links people click. Number 4, which is an organic. Organic means not paid. In other words, it will be number 4, and people 90 or 80, at least 80%, they will not come that far. And if you are number 6, 7, if you are happy I am appearing on the first page, I must tell you, when you appear on the first page, if you appear in the end of the first page, probably nobody comes to your website. So this is the video, and you can see here, for example, the eye tracking, for example, how many people clicked here, how many people clicked there, and that's how it works as eye tracking. Now we can speak a little bit about Google as well. We continue with Google, but we want to see how much it costs. So you can see that the cost is changing from year to year. The most of the, for example, if we are talking about, let's say, education, in 2012, it was the average cost. One click on Google was around $3. Today it's become like $3.30, or 2013 is like $3.30. 2014 become $4.30. I will show you later what is today, because today I just made a test, and it will be in the slides later. So you can see that it's increasing. You know, the more competitors are coming into the market, the more Google will say, okay, this is more relevant. People paying more for this word. If you are interested to put, for example, University of Górnicza in the first, okay, I will put this university first, but then you have to pay a little bit more because University of, let's say, Warsaw are paying more. Just an example. Or university in Germany paying more, or university in UK paying more. So it's just, I want to show you that it's an increasing day by day the products or the cost, because the more competitors are coming, the more you have difficulties. The average cost on Google in general, in all the fields, starting from non-profit fields up to the lawyer, which is one of the most expensive fields I heard, it's around $2,000. Google has two kinds of advertisements. Google has the AdWords or the search network, and it has a display network. The display network, I will come as well later to show you what is the display network. Display network is usually less than $1. It can be very cheaper as well. And people paid sometimes up to $50 per click. The highest person who ever paid on Google one click, it was a lawyer in the US. He paid around $850 for one click. By mistake, he didn't say how much is the limit for the click. You have, when you create a Google account, you must tell Google, this is the budget for this click. You say $1, $2, $3. You can do it in euro as well. You can do it in pound. Google will give you all the possibility. You say, okay, I want it in €1, €2. And that's important. If you say, I have no limit for this keyword, Google will just put as much as he believes it's gonna bring you the best, or the number one on the search, and then you can pay up to $850 per one click. I don't know how effective it will bring for you, as how many students or how many customers will bring to you in order to pay so much. So just be careful when you create Google AdWords. You can be bankrupt if you don't know how to do it. This is today I checked the Google the keyword planner. You can check how much I need to pay for this click. Even if you don't want to pay now, you just want to have an overview. Google offers you the keyword planner called. For example, I searched today the word MBA. I searched in Switzerland. I have a Swiss account, so it was showing to me 6.77 Swiss francs, which is around 6.5 euro. Today is the 2017 in October. How much we have to pay for an MBA? A couple of years ago, it was 5, and it was 3, and it's increasing day by day. And I believe it's going. It can be in the next few years up to 10 euro per click for the word MBA if you want to search it or use it. He's telling you this word is medium, so it's not the most popular word. Like the other words are more popular in different fields, and he's expecting around 550,000 unique searches per month for this word. So if you want to have this word, then you have to pay more. Another word I searched, for example, best university in Poland. This word will cost you around 1.5 euro. It's very low, so the competition is very high, which means probably you have to pay this amount in order to be on the Google as best university in Poland. If somebody search best university in Poland, and then University of Górnicza wants to be on the first 3 in order to attract people, then you have to pay this amount in order to be there. And Google is saying it's only 500 people per month are searching this word, and it's very low word. I mean, the number of people searching for this word. So Google Planner, Keyword Planner, is a great help for you. It can tell you what or which words you can use in order to apply. You know your market better. Some of you are from finance, some of you are from marketing, some of you are from HR. So you know exactly what you want. If you are looking, for example, in HR and you want to hire staff, you can as well use Google or other tools, Facebook, in order to hire people. The Google AdWords, as you have seen before, this is how it looks. Google Search AdWords. This is the standard. As well, there is the other one which I told you, that Google Display. The Google Display is usually cheaper. This is how it looks. You enter a website, and on the right, somewhere on the top, on the left, could be different places. There you get a banner. The banner could be whatever, and then this is what we call it, Google Display. The Google, you as an owner of a company or a manager of the company, you have to give to the designer to design for you a banner. The banner has to have specific sizes, and then you upload it on Google, and you say, I want the keyword, let's say best university in Poland, and then the banner with University of Górnicza. So you simply tell Google, whoever having a place for me to advertise online on education, please put me there. So if, for example, any website, blogs website that is speaking about education or about Poland, the Google will say, okay, I will put your banner there. So this is usually a cheaper but less effective, because you on Google AdWords, that search display, search engine, people search for you and you appear. On the Google Display, which you see in front of you right now, when people read on, for example, even on CNN, BBC, whatever, sometimes your advertisement as well appearing. So it's less effective, because you go to the customer and you say, okay, here is my offer to you, please come and check my product. On the opposite side, on the search, the customer search you, and then you appear for him. That's why Google charges you for the search, sometimes 3 or 4 times more the display. Is it clear, these 2 points, or should I explain a bit more?
Everything is clear, so we can go on.
Okay. Google has its own system to judge your website. For example, if I have, let's say, I'm selling, let's say, shoes, but I want, if somebody searches best university in Poland, then Google will say, no, you are not relevant. You want to be on this list, okay? You can be, but then you have to pay more than University of Dąbrowa, Górnicza, for example. If McDonald's say, okay, I want to be appearing for people looking for education, this is possible. Google will not say no. But then he will say, your website is not so much relevant to this link or to this search. So if you want to appear on this search, then you have to pay more than your competitors. So there is some fairness in the Google search engine, that if you know what exactly you are advertising for, you could save 3 or 4 times more than your competitors. So if you use the right keywords for your product in order to attract the right customer, you could save a lot of money. Some people are paying a huge amount of money in order to learn how to do it. There is nothing called right or wrong in the Google. You have to know, your product better than any marketing organization. So if you say, I want to go to a marketing organization to make for me the marketing tools, they will do what they think it's right. But you are the owner or you are the manager, you know exactly your product. So you have to do it by yourself. I believe it's much better and more effective, because you know what your customer is searching for. And you can save a lot of time and a lot of money, as you can see here in front of you. As I told you, 97% of the Google income is from advertisement. Here you can see the most expensive keyword. For example, insurance is around $50 cost. Loan is around $44. So the word itself, if you write just one word, it can be very expensive. The more you write more words, for example, if I write just university in Poland, is different than if I write just university. The word university is more specific than University of Poland. So University of Poland is, I just search Polish, but university I can search German, British, Swiss, whatever. So when you make an advertisement, make sure you put the daily budget. You say, I want for this marketing campaign, let's say $22 or €22 or $100 or €100. The averagely companies are paying today around €10,000 per month on Google. This is the average Google investment per company. Here just samples. So do not leave Google decide for you how much you spend. You have to write your own budget. And then you can as well schedule. For example, let's say if you have a restaurant which opens only during lunch, so there is no need for you to advertise during the whole day. You can say to Google, I want my advertisement to appear from 11 a.m. until 2 p.m. So I know during this time people searching sometimes for food in my area, and I want to attract these guys. So you don't need to spend money 24 hours. So you can add a schedule for your program. And most important, as I always tell everybody, is the location. Do you know exactly what is your product? Is it local? Is it only for your city? Is it for your area? Is it for your country? Is it for whole Europe? Or is it worldwide product? So if you are selling, let's say, burgers, you cannot advertise for the whole Europe. Nobody will fly from Europe, from Germany, to come to your city to eat a burger. You see, so you have to know what exactly your product. Your product, is it local, international, and with Google you can decide how many kilometers far from my business. For example, you can see here I put the sample 20 miles from Boston. You can say I want it 1 kilometer from my location. So everybody who is near you, streets near you, locations near you, they will find you. That's it. You don't need to pay additional fee in order to be everywhere. You don't need to be everywhere if you are local business. And as well, you know what you have to, or from which devices your customers are coming. Are they using mobiles? Are they using tablets? Are they using computers? As well, with Google, you can decide, I want my customers coming from computers, from tablets, from mobile, and then that's how you decide where is your customer. As again, I say to you, you know exactly your customer better than anybody else. So we go now to a second big advertiser place, is the YouTube. Is it clear with Google? Do you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you.
Is it clear with Google? Should we continue with YouTube?
Yes. Yes, okay. You can continue.
Okay, YouTube as well. Do you have the same way of to advertise on YouTube? When you now want to watch any video, always come to you first a YouTube advertisement, like whatever the advertisement is. You try to click to skip. You have to wait 3 or 5 seconds. From country to country is different, and you must watch it. So if you want to advertise for your company, you have the first 3 or 5 seconds to attract the customer before he say, okay, I skip, I don't want to watch this advertisement, because you paid already for it. So you have in your YouTube video or the advertisement video very specific limit of seconds. If within the seconds you do not attract the customer, then he is gone. It's very important for you to know that you do not. Sometimes I see advertisement companies, they are making 20 minutes advertisement video. Nobody's gonna watch it. The advertisement today on videos is between 2 to 3 minutes, and the first 2 to 3 seconds are the most attractive to anybody. So if within these 2 to 3 seconds you do not get to your customer, you lose it. And do not make a video for your customer more than 3 minutes. Nobody's gonna watch it. Even in a lecture like now, people will get bored after half an hour. So let's speak now about comparing Yahoo to Bing, Google to Yahoo and Bing. Here you can see some comparison in 2012. For example, education on Google you pay $3.5. On Bing and Yahoo you pay $2. So there is nothing right and wrong. It's simply you advertise where you believe your customer are using more the platform. So Google and Yahoo or Bing are all possible platforms. You know your customer better. You have to search on the right one. So Yahoo, Bing, and MSN, they will show you, or this is how your advertisement will look like. They are merged together to make one service for you. So it's not anymore. They are not so many different organizations. They are one organization in order to advertise for you. Bing has very attractive advertisement tools, which is the picture. As you can see on Bing, You can upload your picture or picture of your product, and on this picture people will click more than the normal link. Here you can see, for example, shoes advertisement. People will click more on it. Pictures are more attractive than others. This is very important for you to know. As the Chinese say, one picture is worth 1,000 words. For example, if I show you this picture, you will see it's ice cream. It's easy to buy it, rather than writing this is delicious ice cream, homemade, blah 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 blah. You know, pictures in Bing and Yahoo is very attractive and very effective. We go to one more advertisement place or tool is the LinkedIn, the marketing advertising network LinkedIn. When you log into LinkedIn, I believe all of you have LinkedIn. You are MBA students. If you don't have a LinkedIn, you should make one because it's a social media platform for business people, or even not only business, for educated people can say. When you enter, you will have on the top advertisement, here advertisement, and on the right side advertisement. They call it ads you may be interested in. So this is all advertisement. The disadvantage of LinkedIn that it's quite expensive. The average cost, I believe, is like going to be 6-7 euro per click. It's more expensive than the others. They have very specific customers. Their customers are usually educated business people, managers, leaders. So you know your customer, your advertisement is gonna go to people who are able to afford your service. Here's different methods of LinkedIn advertisement. Mobile, they have advertisement. Everywhere they have advertisement. There is another study which created that somebody has spent around $200 on LinkedIn and $200 on Facebook. The same campaign, the same project. As you can see, the impression means number of people who have seen this advertisement. With $200, he was able to get 9,000 people to see his advertisement on LinkedIn, and 50,000 people to see his advertisement on Facebook for the same budget. Number of clicks on LinkedIn, 73 clicks. On Facebook is 214. So the average cost for him was around $3, which is very cheap. You will never be able to do it with $3. Usually you have to pay much more. And on Facebook was less than $1. And the most important is the cost per download or the cost per sale. On LinkedIn was for him $50, and on Google was $40. So this is the most important, always how many people bought my product. Again, I have to say that from market to market or from product to product is different. I will show you another statistic which says that LinkedIn was much better. For example, somebody spent $1,000 on Google and somebody spent $1,000 on LinkedIn. As you can see, the average cost on Google was $3.3 and on LinkedIn was $5.7. He got for $1,000 300 clicks, around 300 clicks on Google, and on LinkedIn he got 170 clicks. Conversions, which means people who bought the product, on Google were 8 people, and on LinkedIn were 11 people. In other words, out of $1,000, he spent $125 per sale, and on LinkedIn he spent for $1,000 $90 per sale. So which means even the cost on LinkedIn was higher, was around $6. In the end, the sale on LinkedIn was much higher. That's why I told you, from market to market is different. On this market, for example, this case study, LinkedIn was worse, Facebook was better. On the other market, LinkedIn was better, even he spent more. So there is nothing called right or wrong. Every market has its own customers. You cannot advertise McDonald's on LinkedIn. It's not going to be worse. Maybe it can be, but I believe it's not going to work because people are looking for it's educational or business platform, where on Facebook it's fine to advertise it. That's why I say I cannot judge where is better. Nowhere is better than the others, or everywhere is good. But you need to know what is your customer, or where's your customer, and then you decide, should I go for LinkedIn, should I go for Facebook, should I go for AdWords, should I go for Bing, for Yahoo? Everyone has its own platform. Here is another B2B decision makers using social media. As you can see, LinkedIn, 26% are business purposes primarily, where the Facebook is only 2%, Google is only 4%. So again, I say, it depends on the market. It depends on what you are selling. It depends what is your product. Then you can say what I should do for my business. There is nothing called right or wrong. It's just different business, different categories, and then that's how it works. You choose the right place for your right product. Facebook ads. Now we speak a little bit about Facebook ads, how to make Facebook ads, and so on. Facebook has different way. I believe you all have Facebook now. You have advertisement on the right side, on the top, in front of your mobile, on your screen. Sorry. Everywhere you go now, go at Facebook making ads. Be careful from making many people, when they make now a Facebook page for the company, they buy fake accounts. This is very dangerous. You should not do it. This can give you bad image. For example, it's easy to track if this picture is real or not. For example, you can see the same picture has been used by 100 names. So if you try to make an account with a fake account or a link page with fake accounts in order to attract people, this is not going to help you. It's going to destroy your brand, destroy your name. Try to advertise on Facebook. You can advertise on Facebook to attract customers. This is very easily done and very cheap and not so expensive. And then you can have real customers. For example, in our university, we have today more than 450,000 followers on our Facebook. People, for example, this is a statistic from July. People who have seen our post in 1 week were 1.6 million. People who engaged in our posts were more than 100,000 people. That's how you make a brand. You cannot make a brand by using fake accounts. This is not going to help you at all. We had one post where we had around 122,000 likes, 580 comments, 4,400 shares. Such numbers, when you see your friends commented on a link or share the link or like the link, that's how you build the trust. You know your friends know you, so when you share something, people will trust it. But when a fake account creates something, it's not going to help you. You should not do any kind of businesses which will lead to creating misleading for your customer. Your customers you should respect them, and that's why, for example, it was once a fight between Justin Bieber and Madonna, who has more followers. But in reality, if you check their followers, they have a huge number of fake followers. It's very easy, as I told you. You can check. For example, as I showed you. You can search the picture, and this picture can tell you how many pages or where it has been found. Just with your right click on with Google, and Google tell you search this picture, and then you can search the picture, and you can see that it has a lot of accounts on the same picture. It means it's a fake account. So Justin Bieber and Madonna, they had once a fight, and it was in media everywhere. Who has more followers? This person say I have, I don't remember, a couple of 100 millions. The other say I have a couple of 100 millions. There is a lot of fake accounts. I don't say they made it by themselves. Their fans, sometimes they try to push. For example, their fans say I want to have more for Madonna. The other one say I want to have more for Justin Bieber. This is what can sometimes make for you a problem if somebody will figure it out. Now we are speaking in education, so you should know all the tricks which are done by famous people. On Facebook is, I believe, is the most powerful advertisement platform, because only on Facebook you could. Do you have any question?
No, we can
okay.
go.
Okay, because on Facebook, we all have it. We put all our information. We put where do we study. We put what language do we speak. We put where do we work. We put all our information on Facebook. So on Facebook, you can now decide, okay, I want somebody from your city who is speaking Chinese, who is between 20 years and 25 years, because my product is for this particular people. And on Facebook, I can do it. On Google, it's hard because Google try to judge your browser. Most of the people, their browser now is in English. Some of them have it in different languages, but biggest number of people have it in English. So it's hard for Google to judge what language do you speak. Google try to judge it from your searches, from your browser, but it's not always it's you. It could be your brother, your sister, your wife, your kid. So it's different people are using sometimes your laptop. That's where the disadvantage by Google. Google is trying to judge the laptop, where the Facebook is judging you as a person. You as a person you will see an advertisement which is relevant to you according to the advertisers. Sometimes you see advertisement which is useless. You say it doesn't make sense for me at all. But the person who advertised, he believes that you are the customer which he needs. You are using Facebook free of charge. Congratulations, but you are the product. So your private information are sold, not publicly, but between on the platform, and the Facebook using it day by day to make more revenue, more profit, more income, and attract more customers to advertise, because you put your education, your age, your location, everything. Your life is public. I will show you. I think I have the video. Videos here. Let me just double check. Or no, I don't have it here. The video. Okay. So I had a video how they track you on social media, but it's probably not in this presentation. I will try to find it and send it to you maybe later. So all your information, you put it on Facebook. It's good. Google are using them, and sorry, Facebook are using them. They are making out of it a very good profit. You are the product. You are the person who is giving free information, which they use it in order to sell it, and the products are sold according to your own information. So you cannot use, for example, Google easily to attract people in the age of 25 to 28, for example, who speaks Chinese in the Górnicza. I believe it's very hard to find it. But if, for example, you are an HR, or if you have a product or whatever, you say, okay, I need somebody in my company who speaks, let's say, Chinese and living in my city. On Facebook, you can advertise it. If you go to advertisement companies or recruitment companies, it will be very hard for them to find for you. But on Facebook, you can say, okay, I wanted this. For example, he has a master in law, for example. He speaks Chinese and he's living in my city. On Facebook, you can make it, and Facebook will tell you exactly how many people you will be reaching. Facebook will tell you with your expectations, with your what you have written. For example, you will have, let's say, 1,000 people in your city. You can say as well, you can write, I want what he's interested in. For example, I need a lawyer who likes dogs, because we are like, let's say, animal oriented, selling food for animal, for example. So I need a lawyer to work in my company to do this kind of job, but he speaks at the same time Chinese, for example, or Japanese, or whatever language. On Facebook, you can do it exactly how you want. So no other marketing tool until today is giving you so much information except Facebook, because thanks to you and to me and to everybody, we are putting all our life public for Facebook. So you are still confused? I believe everybody is still confused. But this is the reality today. This is how it works. If you have the best product on Google, you will never appear if you don't pay. The first 3 people links are clicked. 80-90% of people click only the first 3 links, which are paid. So do not listen to somebody who will say, I will make the best SEO for you, and you will be on the first page. Yet the first page will not help you. Will help you a little bit, but will not bring for you a good money. On Facebook, don't let anybody tell you that your information is private. Your information is not private. Your information is all public, but in a secured way, where people can advertise to you exactly to what they need. On LinkedIn the same way, Bing and Yahoo the same way. So every tool we have, we can use it in order to improve our business. But do not believe that your customer will come to you just because you have a good website, you have a good product, you have I don't know what, nobody will come to you unless you decide to pay. And with advertisement, when you do the traditional advertisements, for example, on TV or on newspaper, there is one problem usually is time. And the biggest problem in the time, for example, if you call up today at TV in your city and say, I want an advertisement about my campaign, they will say, okay, but next possible campaign we can publish only in 2 weeks. It's all fully booked. Well, on Facebook and Google, you decide to do advertisement today, you do it within 1 minute, and it will be approved usually within 5 minutes from Google or Facebook or Bing or Yahoo. And that's how you can track. You can see how, for example, from where the customer coming, you can see where they are using, what they are using, how many people decided to buy the product using Facebook, how many decided to buy the product using Google, and so on. Where on TV, it's always hard. For example, TV or a newspaper, most of the companies, they write tracking code. For example, if you write this code, you will get 10% discount on newspaper. You see it sometimes. Writing this code gives you 10% discount. It's just actually a tracking code in order to tell you how many or the return on investment from this newspaper or the return on investment on this TV. On TV, usually they do not let you do it. They will not let you say, okay, if you use this coupon or this code, you will get 10%. They don't like it. So you are very limited. Even in newspaper, you are very limited if you want to write advertisement which is very positive about you. It's very hard. When on Facebook, on Google, Bing, Yahoo, you can write, I am the best, as long as it's fact. No, do not write what is not fact. I am the leading in this matter, because when you write positive, a lot of positive stuff, you must provide positive service or good service, because people will expect from you what you say, and that's possible on Google and Facebook. You judge yourself by yourself, so nobody will tell you, for example, on TV or